The theme song to the star is happening. It's Monday, all day long. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Seemed like everybody got a goofy buyer over the weekend. Did y'all see Scott's video? Yeah. And good morning, Jameis. Good morning, Tack. Good morning, Pedlin. Good morning, Chastity. Good morning, Robin. But good. Right on time. Sound is muddy. Yeah, Gwen was up kind of late, so she's still in bed. So I'm talking soft. 68, 69. What? Morning, Ping. Oh, I got a message. I'm going to check this message. Oh, no, it's a counter offer. Are we going to have an early cha-ching? So, let's see what the counter offer is before we get into the topics for the day. Morning from the Hoosier State. Morning, Jeff. And going to the offers. I don't see it. Let's see. Yes, it is. Counter offer of $85 for a knife. But it's listed for $125. No, $123. And you want it for $85. I'll come down to $100. And that'll be my bottom dollar. Thank you for your interest. $100 is my best price. Sincerely, Todd. Review counteroffer. Submit counteroffer. There you go. No cha-ching. Darn it. There's Robin. Steven. Bum, bum, bum. You meet them in the middle. Well, that was his second offer. He already hit me with like a $70 offer. At least he came up. Check my camera settings. Yeah, Scott reported that my camera was really sucky the last time. Let's see, camera. Yeah. It won't let me go to 1080p. It stays, the highest I can go is 720. That's the only adjustment it lets me make. It's weird because on my end, my camera shows pretty clear, but on the YouTube side, it's not great. All right, be right back. Okay. So, had a buyer that wanted to tell me about their brake pads don't fit their car. And I didn't remember even selling brake pads. And, when a buyer sends you a message about something they bought a long time ago, it doesn't even show what they bought on the message. So I asked the buyer, what does this refer to? Did I sell you something? And then they said, yeah, let me show you. So they sent me a screenshot of their order from January 30th. And they're just now sending me a message that they don't fit their car. I was like, well, sorry about that. You're beyond the window of return. Right click on the screen. Stats for nerds. Well, I've never noticed that before. How's it? Something's happening on it though. Okay, so today's going to be a short show. Why? Because I think that stuff's making it worse. You would refund? I ain't going to refund. Unless they get snippy, I might do something. Okay. Now, how to get it to quit doing that? Oh well. Today's show is probably going to be a little short anyway because I've got a doctor appointment at 9:30 Central Texas time. And for the life of me, I can't remember what the appointment's about. I didn't even know which doctor. You're sending an offer, you need some cha-ching. Well, too late. Yeah, those brake pads were delivered on February 3rd. So, hemorrhoids? I think it could be related. It may be my colonoscopy doctor, which is different than my general practitioner. Yeah, how do I get rid of X? So, I don't know. This camera is weird. I don't know if it's the camera. Now I've got 30-day returns on. When the buyer sent me a message, it didn't even show what item it was. Is it? Let's see. It was delivered on February 3rd. So they missed the return deadline by like at least 4 months, huh? Hope it's not a dementia screening. Yeah. You get my age, you never know what the doctors are corralling you about. I had my regular yearly checkup in the spring. And I also had my colonoscopy then. Colonoscopy. Yeah. 5 months after your policy. I mean, if they go ahead and return them on their dime, I'll go ahead and refund them, but I wouldn't refund after. I guess they got my address. I just don't want them to leave a negative, because negatives annoy me. I just get free and clear for a month or two, and all of a sudden I got another negative. Of course, I sell a lot of stuff. The percentage of negatives I have, let's see, my store is 99.8%. So after the hundreds and thousands of things I've sold, I have 2 negatives. And both of them were not really necessary. Yeah, they could file a chargeback, I guess. Except eBay would have me on that, right? Because they're so far past their window of return. Oh, he can't even leave a negative now because it's beyond 90 days. Do, do, do. 99.6. Yeah. So, anyway, did y'all see Scott's video about his customer? That was kind of interesting. We only have 60 days to leave feedback. Okay. So he can't give me a negative. He could file a chargeback. But anyway, morning, Gold Maple. How's it going? So, on a happier note, I don't know if happier, I went to that big estate sale that we looked at Friday on my show, and it was pretty much a bust. It was interesting. Those fancy pieces of furniture were sold on the first day of the. I went on the second day of the estate sale, and there were a few things there, like they had one of those visible gas pumps, and let's see. Yeah, I went Friday. The estate sale started on Thursday, and I went on Friday, and it was 35% off. But I looked at that visible gas pump, and it was, the price tag on it was $9,000, which 35% off would make it what? Still around 7,000, huh? But stuff like that, they either had crap that I didn't want, or they had some really cool stuff that was way overpriced. They had some signs and some. So I just bought a few things. I bought some hubcaps. This goes to a Chevy SS. What was that, 1960s? And I thought this one was pretty cool. This goes to like a 1950s something. I looked them up once and I've already forgotten what they went to. And I thought this one was pretty cool. So I got all 3 of these for $10. Oh, but then it was 30. 35% off. So what's 35% off of $10? $6.50, right? I gave you $6.50 for those 3 hubcaps. And I bought a Roebuck vest. So that thing's old. How long has Sears been closed? No, I'm not an enthusiast. I'm a money enthusiast. I'll buy anything to try to make money. They did have a couple of watches that were overpriced. I bought a pen and pencil set. I'll go make my extra money. Side hustle, selling stuff on eBay. Yeah, I could write things down after I look them up. No, they didn't have much in the way of jewelry. You never know at an estate sale. But usually at an estate sale, the family of the person who passed away or went into a retirement living, they usually carry off the expensive stuff. You hit 3 estate sales Saturday and bought nothing. First sale was third day. Yeah. Sometimes you go. I mean, we looked at that those estate sale pictures on my show Friday. If y'all were here and saw that, you know what I mean. It's some really cool stuff, but the excellent stuff was way overpriced. And a lot of it just too large to buy. So I didn't buy much. Estate sales are funny. Sometimes I'll fill up my pickup with good stuff to bring home. And other times I come out with just a couple of things. I think generally I always buy something at an estate sale. But yeah, they had a couple of cameras that I looked at, and they had larger than eBay prices on them. So even at 35% off, that can't buy it. Morning, John. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I had high hopes with this estate sale. I was just kind of scrounging around trying to get enough stuff to pay for my gas to get over there. This estate sale is about 25 miles from my house. It's way out in the country. So anyway, yeah, I'm just going to go till about 8:30 so I gotta get cleaned up a little bit. I need to get my shower. I haven't taken my shower yet this morning. I did go swimming yesterday. If you have your own swimming pool and you go swimming every day, do you really ever have to shower? I suppose so. So, Tom obviously is not here. He put a message on Facebook saying he caught the flu from his son. And this was right after he got back from his aunt's funeral. So he's had kind of a rough time of it lately. I did not. I don't think I started a new medication. They adjusted some medications. I got the same medications, but they adjusted them. But I can't remember what the appointment's for. Pruning saw. I've got one, but I kept it. Keeping it. That's right, John. Where is Lag? Is Lag here? Yeah, they're more reliable, but sometimes you can get good stuff for less price at an estate sale. They're available on eBay, Javis. Just go to somebody else and buy one. You're here, but not here. Okay. Yeah, things are kind of goofy today anyway. Tom's not here, and I got to leave in about 10 minutes. I got a sand filter. I might have to change the sand. Lag is that way, yeah. All right, so I listed this knife on eBay. And guess what? eBay immediately took it down. Doesn't follow eBay's policy. I can't leave until a cha-ching happens. Well, I could have accepted that offer. Oh, he made a counter offer. Let's see. What's his counter offer? Probably 90. Yep, 90. Nope. I just told you the best I would do is 100. Take it or leave it, dude. It's a pretty nice knife. You want to see it? Let's see. Where's the share thing? There it is. StreamYard changed some things around, and so here we go. This is a really cool vintage hunting knife, and he wants it for 90 now. But no. You can't buy a K-Bar 1208 with the sheath for less than $100. Sorry, dude, you ain't getting it. So there you go. Why should I take the 90? It's worth more than that. I bet if I changed it to 100 with no offers, then it's $10 different. And I started at 123, so no, I'll give you 20% discount, and that's it. Somebody else will buy it. Stop being cheap. So this knife, I don't know how eBay knew it. I did not put that it was assisted opening, but it is. See that? Bam. So this was in a lot of knives that I got from the auction. Can't sell switchblades on turn and burn. Not all that long, Javis. Maybe a couple months on that knife. Turn and burn. But I don't know. I didn't put in the listing that it's even assisted opening or anything. I just put pictures. So somebody must have tried to sell this particular knife before. And eBay knows that model apparently. Yeah, their AI must have. It's not assisted, it's full auto. Yep. And they must have gotten it from just the pictures. How about Facebook Marketplace? Would the Facebook Marketplace AI take this down also if I put it on Facebook? I imagine they've got close to the same. Kent says yes. And lock your account. 5 years in prison. What? Well, any knife could be a AOG.
What up? What up?
I got to go pretty quick, like in 5 minutes.
Man, it's still early.
Well, I got a doctor appointment at 9:30, and I still haven't had my shower. Doc, I didn't want to see Smelly Todd.
Everybody else sees Smelly Todd. What the hell?
I know.
Go live. I have to finish eating my cheese toast.
Skip the shower. No, I need to get in there and shower. I did swim yesterday, but I smell like a swimming pool. You know that smell? Kind of like combination of old man and chlorine.
Your camera's no better, by the way. You're still like a blurry mess.
I know. I don't understand why for 6 years it was okay and now it's not.
And Kemp said you smell like piss and chlorine. Isn't that the Ode toilet instead of toilet or whatever they call it?
Oh, speaking of which, I got some. I got a bottle of perfume at the estate sale. That was maybe the best thing I got. Let's see.
So I can. You want me to tell you a good story before you go?
Yeah.
So last night I put that video up last night at about 11:30 or 12, whatever. I finished putting the editing in it, and so I went inside and I put a headphone in one ear and lay down in bed. Joni's hand was in my way, so she moved her hand and turned over and didn't think anything of it. I said something to her. I said hello or something, and because I've been outside for a few hours, and about 20 minutes later, I get a text from Joni saying, "Are you coming to bed?" I'm like, you know me, I'm laying right beside her. I text her back, "Why?" And she said, "It's really late. Isn't it time for you to come in?" I'm like, "No, not really."
Cha-ching.
I told her, "No, not really." And And then I get another why question, and I reach over and touch her. I said, because I'm not here. She screamed bloody murder. She had no idea.
So yeah, this is a 4-ounce bottle, about half gone.
Did you just sell it?
No, I sold that knife. That was the cha-ching. They bought the knife.
I didn't think you could sell open used perfume anymore.
You have to list it in collectibles. You're actually selling the bottle and not the perfume, kind of a deal. Let's see, where's the... yeah, it's a different category. Yes, you can't sell it.
It's called, you put it in perfume collectibles or something.
Perfume collectibles, yeah. So that was the best thing I got from that estate sale, I guess.
Oh, did you go to that? Did you go to that one out in the middle of nowhere?
Right. It turned out to be kind of a bust.
Are the prices high?
Oh my God. That visible gas pump, they had $9,000 on it. And all those signs on the walls, they had like $750 for a Philip Morris cigarette ad sign.
I told you when a few of the things I could see the prices on, they looked like they were high.
They were extremely high. And Friday was 35% off, but it didn't make any difference. There was no way to make money on most of it, everything. I did buy 3 hubcaps for $650.
You're gonna be instead of Joe, the New York hubcap guy, you're gonna be Todd, the Texas hubcap guy.
Hubcaps, sometimes you can get them real cheap, and some of them were worth good money. I think these are all like $20, $30 ones, but 3 of them for $650. That works with my margins. All right, I gotta go. You want me to leave it live so you can keep talking to the folks?
No, we can smell you through the computer. All right, see you.
All right, bye.